Good evening, one and all. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. It's Thursday evening, and it's time to pick up the Thursday edition of the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net here in Hamilton. My station is located in the West Hamilton Mountain, and we're going to be operating on 446.125 in simplex. And since it's simplex, we're not going to be using any repeaters. It's just going to be station to station communication. Standing by for 7 o'clock to roll over. I'll be the net controller tonight, VA3IMW. Good evening, one and all. I see the clock has rolled over to 7 p.m. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. Welcome to the Thursday edition of the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Here we are in simplex on 446.125. And I'll take a quick standby for any time-sensitive mobile or priority traffic stations. All right, nothing heard there. I see that there's a couple of folks that have already checked in on YouTube, and they're monitoring. Yes, if you want to follow along on YouTube, type in my call sign in the search box, VA3IMW. Scroll down to the big red sticker that says live. Give a click on that, and you'll find us right here. All right, we'll open it up to anybody, anywhere. VA3IMW, stand by for your check-in.
VA3LBI. VA3WPG.
Two fine gentlemen heard from, and we'll take them in that order. Good evening, Larry. What's going on with you?
Just sitting back, relaxed. Grocery day today. A little frustrating. Wife made up the list for me for two different stores we always shop at, which are really local. Just one down the street from the other. Anyway, we go to the second store, and we were out of dill pickles. The baby dills with the garlic. Not one to be found. Oh man, I'll tell you, what a rough day.
And if that's the biggest problem that you've had to face, I think you've had a fairly good day. Yeah, there's another dill pickle right around the corner, Larry.
I picked up on some anyways. And boy, I'll tell you, that was quite the storm apparently came through last night. I was dead to the world. A new tree in the backyard. I got it roped up. Didn't break anything, but man, it's on a 45-degree angle at the top. So I got the paracord and wrapped it up and pulled it back towards the fence. But I guess it was quite the storm around midnight.
I'm not sure what time it was, but I'll tell you, the guys up in Guelph today, when I mentioned it, they looked at me like I had two heads. It woke me out of a dead sleep, and it rumbled. It wasn't so much the thunder, but the teeming rain. It was just, it was as loud as the second coming. At least I hope we get that much warning. Anyways, house is still standing and didn't have any leaks, but yeah, it was quite the downpour.
Well, of course, I think my hearing aids out. That's it, right? I go to bed and it's like, oh yeah, what happened? Where's the roof?
Yes, yeah, you'd do well in a movie called Tornado. All right, Larry. Well, I trust your dill pickle situation and the rain all settled in. So obviously you got a little bit more watering done on the backyard, courtesy of Mother Nature. No flooding in the basement. That's good news. Also happy to see that here as well. Anything else for the net?
No, I think that's it, Mac. And the beer fridge is bolted to the floor, so we don't have to worry about that. It won't go anyplace.
Very good. Won't float away. It's weighted down anyways. All right. And don't forget, everybody, Larry will be hosting the ZOE Rag Chew tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on 443.075. And that starts at 8 p.m. All right, let's swing over to Dundas and say hello to Chris, VA3 Whiskey Papa Golf.
Good evening, everybody. VA3WPG. Well, no exciting radio activity today. I need to find a broken Pac-12 antenna so I can fix my HF antenna here. I pulled down my long wire because they're going to be ripping the metal railings off the balconies and putting that ugly glass stuff, that breakable stuff in there. So whatever it is, tempered glass or whatever. Yeah, it's strong. I still don't like it, but just dropping a quick check-in, saying good evening, everybody, and we'll be listening to the net till we're done. VA3WPG.
All right, what part of the Pac-12 do you need to replace?
No, I need to find a broken Pac-12. Just a section, one of the sections of the whip. I don't know what it is, but my MFJ base station antenna, I guess at some point the squirrel jumped off it, and there's a vertical line hole in the antenna now. And I'm worried that one more squirrel jump off that thing, it's going to collapse the antenna. And MFJ is gone now, so there's no buying a replacement. So I'm thinking, if I could find a broken Pac-12 and a piece that just slides over that, I could either slide it on over that and just hammer it down like a slide hammer until it's covering up the hole. Or if it's a little too big, I could probably just cut a vertical slit on each side and put a small hose clamp on it. I've already tried putting a hose clamp on the hole over the whip to close it up a bit, but the hose clamp is not small enough.
All right. I do know that the telescopic whips are available aftermarket, and they're available in multiple sizes. So you can get those with 10 millimeter thread on the bottom, and if that would serve your purposes, the aftermarket 17-foot whip is pretty stout, so it might serve your purposes, but sounds like that may not be exactly what you're looking for.
I'm kind of more or less, if somebody's antenna falls apart, don't just throw it in the garbage like I did, because, well, you might be able to use those parts at some point. But if anyone is got a broken one and just sitting around doing nothing, one of those sections would probably fit over this, and I'll cost a couple bucks for the broken one just to get that one section.
All right, we'll keep our ears wide open for you, Chris. Yep, very good. Is there any chance that some of that tape stuff would secure it? What is it? That expansion stuff that the sleeves you get to shrink on shrink tubing. Would shrink tubing help you?
I don't think so. If a squirrel jumps on it and then springs off it with its back legs.
Damn squirrels. All right, Chris. Very good. We'll keep our ears open, like I say, and if anybody has some semi-failed equipment, feel free to throw a little bit of information towards Chris in Stony Creek. All right, very good, sir. Anything else before we go?
No, I think that should be it. Thanks for the check-in, and everybody have a good evening.
Very good. Okay, this is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey, standing by for any further check-ins.
Victor Echo 3, Zulu, Juliet, Charlie. V3RWJ.
All right, two opposite ends of the city. Let's start with Jason. Good evening, sir. Again.
Hey, good evening, Matt. Calling frequency. A little late getting the radio on tonight. Had some other stuff to take care of when I got home. But I am here now, so I just take up the last 30 seconds of good conversation with Chris there. So whatever took place before that, I'm out of the loop. Did manage to actually work from home today. Managed to get a little bit of radio in. And driving home from my appointment in Niagara, I had California and South Dakota and stuff coming in 5-9 to the mobile station, which I have never ever had before. It was quite interesting with the propagation the way it was playing out this evening.
Oh, very good. So you had an HF antenna as you were motoring down the highway, listening to them on, let me guess, 15 meters?
HF antenna, yep. I had the screwdriver on the back, but not 15 meters. This was on 20 meters. So when I got to my appointment mid-afternoon, who was coming in? If you give me a couple of seconds, I'll look up the call sign again and get you the country. But over in, it was a Baltic state, I'm sure. But it was 20 meters. It was like 14,295. That was just booming in. I was like 7 California stations checking into a photo park that I had absolutely no copy on.
Oh, very good. You got a good bounce. You were in the right place at the right time. All right, very good. Yeah, I was a little puzzled when you came back to me earlier this afternoon saying you were coming back from Niagara. Obviously not a trip home from work because that's from the Toronto region. Anyways, trust all went well today.
Yep, just an RMT appointment every month, and yep, that was fantastic. I got the daylight beaten out of me, and my muscles are all jello and feeling much better. And the other station that was coming in like gangbusters on 20 meters today was Slovakia. They were coming in. They were 5-7 to the mobile out in St. Catharines.
Very good, sir. All right. So you got beaten up and you feel good for it, and you've heard from all around the world. Could it get any better than this?
Yeah, it could. I could win the lottery and retire tomorrow, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'll send it back to you, Max. Thanks for doing it. JC, back to that.
All right. Very good. Now I just have to remember who came in behind you. There is somebody behind you. The behind you station, come on in.
With RWJ.
That's the guy. And Bill, I'll add you to the list as well. Sorry, Chris. VA3IMW, how are you doing tonight from Ancaster?
Doing good, Mac. Thanks for doing the net. You're full quieting, of course. And the other Chris was pretty strong here, too. Almost full quieting. But you're the only two I've heard so far. Not up to much, listening to the Blue Jays game on the radio and hoping they sweep the Yankees. They've won the first two, so we've got our fingers crossed. Back to you, V3RWJ.
All right, very good. Never managed to get back to baseball after the second strike. I just I gave up on it all. They're not in it for the game. They're in it for the money. I guess I'm jaded. I guess I'm old enough to be jaded. Anyways, thanks very much, Chris. I'm sure things went well for you last night. Sorry I missed your net.
That's okay. Yeah, it was a quick one. 18 check-ins in 15 minutes, I think, 16 minutes. But you know, it always gets a little quieter in the summer. Yeah, that second strike, I was at the last Blue Jays home game before that strike, so they'd already announced they were going to strike. So I was at a baseball game that didn't matter, and it was really dead. That was also, if you remember, that was also a year the Expos had their best season ever. They might have won it if they hadn't have had that strike.
Yeah, just imagine that. You know, the cruel part of this whole thing was the parks and the concession operators were probably the most hard hit. But there didn't seem to be any consideration for those groups. So, yeah, like I say, I've never gone back to baseball after that. And I'm about 2 steps away from the door on NHL. So we'll have to see how things go in the upcoming years.
Yeah, the salaries are pretty outrageous. I'll definitely agree with you there.
Anyways, we'll keep it positive. So let's move on to back to Dundas and pick up VA3IMW. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, good evening, Matt. Good evening to everyone on listening in on YouTube and over the airwaves. I'm with you, Mac. When they started to get contracts that represented 8 figures a year past zero, I said that's enough for me. It was bad enough in '94 when at that time the Expos had a good chance to at least take the pennant that year. Got screwed up because of the strike, and of course, then after the last one, I just said that's enough for me. And I've already given up on the NHL. The NHL is just not what it used to be anyway. And it's pretty frustrating to ever see a Canadian team win again. As I say, I think lawyers will land on Mars and fight over mineral rights before a Canadian team wins the Stanley Cup. But anyways, enough of that negativity. It does look like bank conditions are starting to improve slightly. I'm going to be going away for a few days, so I won't be around for the net this coming Tuesday, and also probably the Sunday net. But I'm going to be out in the trailer, and I'm going to take my equipment with me, and if we're lucky, we might get an activation. If not, I'm going to leave, set it up the field somewhere, and do some hunting. But other than that, Matt, not too much going on here, and I'll turn it back to you.
All right, very good, sir. Don't forget to bring your Christmas lights, because every trailer needs Christmas lights all year long. All right, let's stand by and see if we got any other check-ins. I haven't seen Albert coming on YouTube yet. There's a guy that's should be full of cheerful attitude with the way his week has gone. VA3IMW standing by on behalf of the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu.
Well, cheers right back to you, Chuck. Great net last night. Everybody had fun, and it was very entertaining.
Well, thanks there, Caddyshack. I ended up shutting down my laptop, going upstairs, and then came back down, and then I repowered the laptop up, and then I went and did a test on YouTube. I set up everything again, and it worked flawlessly. So I'm hoping that's going to be the case next Wednesday. And I also noticed one thing. My laptop acts a little funny when it has updates that I haven't installed yet or downloaded. So I usually go and check that before I start the net, but I don't think I did it yesterday. And that might be part of the issues. Don't ask me why, but certain things just don't work right if I don't do the updates. And after I do them, everything works fine. So go figure. But anyways, that's modern technology for you. As far as sports, yeah, I gave up on hockey a long time ago. There are way too many teams. And I like to try and watch baseball and in the summertime, and the Ticats, if they play well. And other than that, I'm a racing kind of guy. I like to watch racing, either NASCAR or F1, Formula One. And so, yeah, lovely day today. It's gorgeous out there. Went for a walk, and I think after the net, I'm going to go see about weed whacking or using the trimmer there before the sun goes down. And then tomorrow, I think I'll do a pass with the lawnmower to clean things up. We
finally sprayed something on the weeds in between the patio stones there. So I'll give them a little weed whacking, and they should be gone for at least for another month. Back to you, Mac.
All righty. You sprayed something on the weeds. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on the internet about solutions that you can apply. Sometimes it's a saline solution or a mixture of bleach and something else, and others recommend a little bit of a laundry soap solution. Just because us in the city, we can't have weed killer, just like back in the 70s when all was good. Anyways, trust you enjoy the activity with battling back on Mother Nature. And yeah, as far as your difficulties with Windows 11, I have seen a couple of times when the computer didn't act quite right, and when I go back into the Windows update check, and I find that there's perhaps some pending updates to be installed. The drivers come in, and once it's all installed, everything works just fine. But like I said last night, the Irish blessing, may you get all the ills of Windows 11 resolved a week before Windows 12 install.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's not much you can do about it. So just try and keep up with everything. And, yeah, it's a lot of fun and keeps me busy, that's for sure. Doing the live stream, responding to the chat comments, changing cameras, and everything else I do there. So it keeps me quite busy, and I like it. I sit around doing not much most of the time anyway, so it's a lot of fun. Anyhow, Mac, thanks for doing this one, and so yeah, just one more day for you, right?
Yeah, one more sleep and we're into the weekend. So my 2.5 day work week is well over halfway done. I was telling the guys this afternoon I could really get used to this, and asked them what golf course we're going to use next Thursday. And then the joke didn't go over so well with the general manager, but oh well, I guess they got the idea. Thanks very much, Chuck. Anything else before we make another call?
Yeah, you're an S9 to me. Chris, RWJ was not breaking the squelch, and I could just make out what he was saying. So conditions, I've heard him much better on different occasions on 440. But it is what it is. So, and I heard Bill in there. I'm not sure of the signal. But anyhow, thanks for doing this one. I'll listen along for the rest. And have a good one. VA3CJZ.
All right, thanks, Chuck. Standing by for any further check-ins for the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net, VA3IMW. Here we go.
Victor Echo 3, Victor Yankee Tango.
Victor Echo 3, Victor Yankee Tango. Good afternoon, Edward. Where are you where are you hanging out now? Are you still mobile, or have you? Oh, wait a minute. You're at Esterbrook's. How's that hot dog working for you?
Well, I tore myself away from that place, and it is Easterbrook's. It's spelled that way, at least. And yes, and I had the phony coney, which was sauerkraut and mustard. Oh yeah, and I had them throw some fried onions on there, so I thought it was great. So my son, he had something spicy. I can't remember the name, and then he followed it up with a mint ice cream of some kind.
Oh, double duty, 12-inch hot dog and a big slather of ice cream. taken full advantage of the installation. Yeah, I could never figure out whether it was Esterbrook's or Easterbrooks, but I was also wondering, is the New Street and Guelph Line location still in operation?
I'm trying to imagine if she's telling me there was an Easter. Oh, wait a sec. You're right. There was an Easterbrooks over there. Because my brother-in-law used to live in one of those co-op apartments across the road. But that was years ago, and I haven't been past that intersection. Or if I have been, I haven't been paying attention. Yes, there was one there.
Yeah, they took over one of the defunct Red Barn installations, and it was actually a good place to go. Much closer for me to hit from work when I was out of Burlington Technology. So, yeah, it was a going concern. I don't know if they've closed that one down and just shriveled back to the original location.
Well, I did a quick search on Google, and it doesn't come up in more than one location, just Spring Garden Road. So, might be the best one is the first one, and the only one so far.
That's right. And the 45 coats of paint on everything is probably what is keeping that shack still standing. So, and if anybody peels any of those business cards off the wall, the place will probably cave in.
Yeah, I was looking at them all. Looking at them all today. I also had a question for the lady. I was saying, like, I've been here, like, I think, 6 times this year, and each time I go there, the hot dog mileage is the same, 1,823 miles of hot dogs. So I wanted to know when do they update it?
Or maybe they've had a few returned one way or another.
Returned? No, I would think that that would mean the food is bad. I don't think so. It's great. It's good there every time so far. Just can't get used to the idea that they don't have any salads.
Salad and hot dogs? Come on. Seriously? Hot dog salad. No, there's another derivative. You want a salad when you go to a hot dog stand?
Well, I asked. So now, seeing that you're talking about golf and all that, maybe we need to have a Lake Ontario West Radio golf, the golf afternoon or something at Rock Chapel or someplace like that with a nice 9-hole course.
Okay, backpack of HF gear, make a few contacts on every hole, and still not have the course guru come around and kick your butt. Yeah, for slow play. Yeah, okay. Well, or just play a round of golf and then activate the park. Rock Chapel is an activatable park, isn't it?
Don't think so. That's news to me, unless it's on WWFF. I was thinking I could just set up the repeater in my car and take the walkie-talkie on the golf course with me, and I could get a strong signal out to everywhere.
All right, QSL. Yeah, the only time I ever played Rock Chapel was gale force winds. We only played 9 holes, and my boss back then, he says, "Oh no, it's a great course. It's wide open. You can do all kinds of stuff." And oh my God, you are either shooting into the wind or crosswind across the fairways, and it was just deplorable and disgusting. I was a little taken back by it, but just like they say, a bad day on the golf course is better than a good day at work.
Well, I can't argue with $27. That's a nice price for a couple hours of golf. Now, of course, you do get to use a lot of your short irons there, 9s, 8s, 7s, 6, and of course, and there is one hole where you get to pull out your driver if you want to have a shot or two with it. So it covers the bases. It's fine with me.
Yes, sir. Yep. Got to work all of the clubs. The course we were at today, It was long, long, and long. I mean, the first couple of holes, it was a par 5, then a par 4, then another par 4. Then you got to relax with a par 3. But, geez, you get to the first hole and you got to work hard. But, yeah, I think I prefer a course where you can start off with a nice, easy par 3 and work your way into it. Anyways, Edward, we're going to recognize Albert, VA3BT, also checking in on YouTube from Barrie, and looking forward to his return trip home tomorrow night. Hope everything is good and safe for you. All right, Edward, let's wrap it up. Any last words before we make another call?
No, not really, but I'm trying to remember the name of the golf course up on Highway 6 that's dirt cheap. Carlisle, I think it is. There's another one. There you go. You get a lot of holes with lots of long clubs over there for next to nothing, and they have a nice snack bar inside, I think.
QSL. Yep. Oh, by the way, does anybody know when the Burlington Amateur Radio Club has their junk in the trunk there out in Carlisle? You just piqued my my interest. Or maybe Chris is still with us.
I think it's July 21st, a Saturday at Milton Fairgrounds.
All right, let's double check. VE3RWJ, VA3IMW, you still around?
VA3CJZ.
Yeah, you'll do as well. Go ahead, Chuck.
Yes, I have it on good information that the BARC Ontario Hamfest will be on Saturday, the 12th of July.
12th of July. Okay, so that's not this weekend, the weekend following, Roger?
Yes, that's correct. General admission, $10. Let's see now. Yeah. General admission starts at 9 a.m.
Very good. Yep. And there's a cute little place just inside Carlisle that has home baked goods and really good coffee. So on your way in, you can feed your belly. That's on the right-hand side at the stop sign, just as you enter Carlisle. And tell them Max sent you. They don't know me. All right. Thanks very much, Chuck. And Edward, anything else before we go?
No, I'm good. But you keep saying Carlisle, but isn't the BARC thing at the Milton Fairgrounds? Or are you mixing them up, or am I mixed up?
Well, I think they call it Carlisle as you approach from number 6 Highway. Maybe from your side, it's all Milton, but we got to go through Carlisle in order to get there.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll stay in Hamilton the night before, and that way I can try your method. Thanks, V3ZYT.
Yeah, very good. At least you'll get there on time. Okay, this is Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey, on behalf of the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net, looking for any further check-ins.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot Mobile.
Good evening, Vern. Mobile or pedestrian mobile?
Good evening, Mac. I am mobile. I'm driving up the 403, heading to your house practically.
If I knew you were coming, I would have baked a cake. That's what they used to say. Anyways, you're doing a fine job approaching the upper mountain.
Just taking the exit to the link.
Very good. Yep. There's a lot of dead spots in that region as you come up the 403. And as you circle around on that exit. Anyways, safe trip up and back. I have no idea where you're going, but I'm pretty sure you're not coming here.
No, I wouldn't arrive uninvited.
All right. Well, enjoy your trip to Home Depot or wherever else the whim might take you. What else is going on? You're not walking tonight? What's going on?
I took a bit of a walk earlier, and I'll probably take a walk later tonight when I get back home. Just, you know what it is, get a few steps in.
Yeah, we know what's going on in most people's world, right? When we hear from Al out in Grassy, he's got to talk to us about cutting grass and drinking beer. When we talk to you, it's all about going for a walk, and regardless of the weather, come hail or rain or anything else, just like the postal carriers, Vern's out walking. And there's a few others that have their own characteristics. So certainly appreciate your continued support for these nets, Vern.
Always happy to check in. I know I've said this before, Mac. When we moved from from Brantford, I was very happy that there were so many ham clubs and nets to check into, because when I was there, Brantford was a desert.
Yeah, well, I guess in Hamilton we have a group that is basically the United Nations of ham radio. We're all about getting together and making contacts and breaking down fences and paradigms and making sure people get along. So certainly glad to have you along for the ride.
Appreciate it, Mac. Won't hold you up. Probably even closer to your house now. And yeah, no, as I said, I really do appreciate all of the active hams in the area and all the nets. And I will say it really helps to be up on the escarpment, because I can reach a lot of them. 73 Mac, VA3 CRF.
Well, very good, Vern. I gotta say that you're the first operator that has ever given me a 60 over S9 signal into my station. So, yeah, you're dangerously close. Anyways, thank you again for your check-in. VA3IMW, standing by for any further check-ins. VA3NFG. Good evening, Steve.
Good evening, Matt, and everybody on that there. Just finished dinner and caught the either the middle or the near end of the net there. I've got no traffic here, Mac. Just give me a general check-in for the evening there. It's a day off tomorrow, and then I go back for one day, and then I'm on holidays for about 8 or 9 days.
Oh, look at you go. How long is the honey-do list for this time off?
Hopefully she don't hear that. Otherwise, we'll create a list or add to it. No, there's no list, I don't think. What is there? She wants me to finish my room in the shack there, is what she wants me to do. So she's on board with that.
All right, full time and full speed ahead. Don't spare the horses. All right, you came in to me from anywhere between an S3 and a 7 and a little bit. So working there with the handheld again. All right, enjoying some fresh air and outdoor sunshine. I take it back on the rear deck.
Yes, sir. That's exactly right. Right dead center on the deck here. So I guess I was moving around a little bit. Well, hear that bike in the background there? Making a left turn where he shouldn't. Anyway, yep, we're just chilling for now there, Mac. We'll listen to who else checks in there, and we'll be monitoring.
All right, very good, Steve. Thank you very much for your check-in. It's 7:38. I don't think we're going to get too much more, but we'll see if we can mine a few more contacts here. VA3IMW on behalf of the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Stand by for any further check-ins.
VA3CJZ.
There's Chuck with the read check. Go ahead, Taco Salad.
That's the kind of salad I like. Taco salad. So I'm wondering if Albert is a little preoccupied there, or he just checked in and left. But I was just wondering if they got a storm up in Barrie last night.
it was a mess. And poor Larry, young tree in distress now. Hopefully it makes it, and you'll be able to get it back. But yeah, she was a wild one for a good, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe, and then it calmed down. But when it comes through with a vengeance. Anyways, I think some of the vegetation needed that rain. Thanks. I just thought maybe Albert would be listening. If not, if he wasn't looking at the chat there, so I got a reply out of him. Very good. All right, Albert, we'll probably hear you back tomorrow when you're on your way home. VA3 CJZ.
All right, very, very good. It's nice to see things being interactive on the chat. And again, thanks, Albert, for checking in with us. Trust we provide a little bit of long distance link to home, give you that next best feeling. And again, safe trip home for you tomorrow night. Thanks for bringing that back in, Chuck. And other than that, let's make this last call. VA3IMW standing by on behalf of the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net for any last call check-ins. All right, we'll be back here, not here. Ooh, not exactly here, but we'll be back on 40 meters tomorrow night on the ZOE repeater at 8 o'clock, and our host, VE3LBI. We'll start taking check-ins in. And until then, everybody stay safe and be kind to each other. 7-3s, one and all. That's how we see you. Bye.
7-3, Mac.